UFC Freedom 250 on the south lawn of the White House is officially the most intense high-stakes card in MMA history. But what started as a highly anticipated light heavyweight title unification bout between undisputed champion Ilia Topuria and interim champion Justin Gaethje has just turned deeply personal. After Gaethje made comments regarding Topuria's recent personal life and divorce, Ilia Topuria fired back with a chilling warning, promising to put Gaethje to sleep in the very first round, but to knock out the most durable, dangerous human highlight reel in the division. Confidence isn't enough. You need hyper-specific, elite-level sports science. Today, we are breaking down the exact league strength and conditioning. To catch Justin Gaethje coming forward, Topuria needs devastating single-shot knockout power that doesn't telegraph. Enter the kettlebell single-arm high pull. Look closely at the mechanics. This isn't an upright row. It's an explosive hip hinge. By snapping the hips forward, Topuria forces his glutes and hamstrings to generate massive upward force. In the octagon, the hip snap is what fuels his devastating overhand right. But here is the real secret for the Gaethje matchup: anti-rotation stability. Because he's pulling a heavy kettlebell with only one arm, Topuria's core has the fire to keep his torso from twisting. When Gaethje throws his trademark wild hooks, Ilia's core will be an unmovable brick wall, allowing him to stay perfectly balanced and fire lethal counter punch right up the middle. We all know Justin Gaethje thrives in deep water. He wants a bloody, exhausting war. To combat this, Topuria's camp is heavily prioritizing time under tension with compound complexes, specifically the double kettlebell clean to squat to press. This movement is absolute hell for your cardiovascular system. It combines a pull, a squat, and a vertical push into one fluid rep. The clean builds the posterior chain to defend Gaethje's takedowns. The deep squat builds a quad and hip density needed to eat Gaethje's brutal low calf kicks without collapsing, and the final overhead press builds tireless shoulder endurance. When you are in the fourth round of a championship fight, keeping your hands up to protect your chin becomes a mental battle. By pounding out heavy sets of this complex, Topuria ensures his shoulders will stay fresh, heavy, and ready to guard or strike even in the championship rounds. Next up, we look at rotational and core velocity. This variation is the medicine ball sit-up to wall throw. Standard sit-ups only build muscular endurance, which is useless for a world-class fighter. Topuria uses his ballistic variation to build explosive core contraction. When Ilia sits up and launches the ball, he is training his upper body to transfer force instantly from a seated or compressed position. If Gaethje manages to pressure Ilia against the fence or drag him to the canvas, Topuria needs the explosive trunk power to shrug him off and explode back to his feet. Now, to blend his lower body endurance directly with his punching power, Topuria introduces the landmine squat to press. If you look at the angle of the landmine bar, it forces a fighter into a slight forward-leaning position, the exact posture of an MMA fighter moving into a strike exchange. As Topuria drops into the squat, he loads his legs while handling the weight at the shoulder height. The magic happens on the way up. He doesn't just push with his arms, he strides forcefully through the floor with his legs, using the upward momentum to punch the barbell away. This directly translates to how Topuria will crack Gaethje. Punches don't start in the hands, they start in the feet. By practicing this loaded angle drive, Topuria ensures that his cross has maximum velocity and structurally backing, transforming his legs into a hydraulic press that fuels his punches. We have the ultimate athletic weapon in Topuria's arsenal, the landmine rotational switch stance press. This exercise is pure, unfiltered MMA translation. Look at the footwork, moving the landmine across the body over the lead leg, switching stances explosively and punching it out. This mimics a boxer shifting their weight to angles that their opponent cannot defend. Justin Gaethje relies on fighting in a straight line, punching forward like a bowling ball. Topuria's ability to switch stances fluidly while maintaining structural power means he can angle off Gaethje's pressure, change his lead foot, and fire a fully loaded punch from the blind spot. Furthermore, because the landmine punches on an angle, it protects the shoulder joints, keeping Topuria's hands incredibly fast and injury-free. Heading into fight week. To complement all of this dynamic rotational movement, Topuria relies on the absolute king. Upper body strength development, the standing military press. Notice the strict setup, standing with his feet exactly shoulder width apart. Topuria creates a rock-solid, unyielding base because he isn't sitting down or leaning back against a bench. His entire core, glutes, and lower back must lock out completely to stabilize the heavy barbell in the clinch. This exact trunk rigidity is what prevents Justin Gaethje from tossing him around or dominating the framing battles. Ilia Topuria is undefeated for a reason. His training combines pristine boxing techniques with brutal functional strength. By utilizing these 5 ballistic movements, he's building a body that is faster, more explosive, and entirely prepared for the violent storm that Justin Gaethje brings to every single fight. The tension is at an all-time high. The light heavyweight title is on the line, and the White House is about to host a war. But now I want to hear from you. Does Ilia Topuria back up his talk and secure the first round knockout? Or does Justin Gaethje do what he always does and break the champion? Let me know your prediction in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button for more elite UFC breakdowns. I'll see you guys in the next video. Chakron X out.